All right. How you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good, good, good. All right, guys, if you don't mind, click on your cameras. I understand if you're here, at least what my team told me, if you're here, it means you want to do some deals with me. And we're kind of at that point where you may need to still ask me a couple questions. I'd love to learn a little bit about you, so might as well put a face with the name. We'll get started here in just a second. Thank you for being here. Boom, boom, boom. Now, am I making the right? I want to make sure the team told me right, right? You guys all know basically what I do already. Where no one here is brand new, correct?
Right.
I'm Brian.
Hello.
I'm sorry, somebody said they are brand new?
Yeah, me.
Okay, so Kamal, you have no idea what I do.
Uh, I
What?
have an idea. Yes, kind of.
Okay. Oh, I got you. That's okay. That's okay. Everybody else pretty much knows.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Love it, love it, love it. Guys, I promise you I'm not going to keep you long. Like I said, I was kind of told by my team there's a couple of you guys looking to get started, and I'd like to always do that initial kind of welcome call or final question call and all that. So today's really, I don't want to do too much talking. I'll talk for a couple minutes and then flip it over to you guys to see if you have any more questions for me. Man, I don't know about you guys, but it is hot in Atlanta. Man.
Not too bad in Dallas.
Oh my God. It's like it's got to be in the 90s here. Let me
No.
see.
Lucky you.
Well, yes. Yes, because we're gonna head over to our lake house this weekend with the kids. No, no, because guess when it's supposed to start raining? As soon as the weekend hits.
That's about right.
Like literally,
Whoa.
like burning hot the whole week. And then when we're gonna go up to the water, yeah, 95% chance rain. Tomorrow, we're going to get our kids early from school. 95% chance rain tomorrow, 95% chance Saturday, 75%, and 90% Monday. Gotta love it, huh?
Is it going to cool
Yep.
off? Should cool it off a little
No,
bit.
no, it's not cooling off, just miserable hot and raining. Like the
What?
perfect combination,
What?
right?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah. Well, listen, if this is the worst problem you have in life, you're okay, right?
Yeah, those are good problems.
Those are good problems, yes. My mom always taught me, my mom taught me as I was growing up, said, Pete, you're going to learn one thing. In life, if you have a problem and somehow money could solve it, that is not a problem. That is not a problem in life. She says the kind of problems you don't want, and for those of you that have kids, you could relate. You don't want to have a kid problem or a health problem and stuff like that. So rain, not a problem.
Nope.
And by the way, I got 5 kids, so I've been down that pathway too of kid situations.
That's nice.
Yeah, no, I used to make fun of people with 5 kids. Now, like I am people with 5 kids, and now I'm a big promoter of it. Like I tell people, what, you don't have 5 kids? What's wrong with you? So, all right, well, let's get started. Like I said, well, first of all, thanks for being here, guys. As you could tell, I don't prepare stuff. I don't have anything really. I just want a couple minute conversation, then we're done. My team asked me to jump on with you guys because, as I mentioned, they told me you guys are basically at the point where you're ready to get started, and you're kind of like in or out, which is fine. And but this is a good time to ask me, like the guy that put this all together, the guy that's going to be really working with you along with my team, any final questions that you may have and stuff like that. Again, and I know there's one person here, and I appreciate you raising your hand that is not 100% maybe understand. I'm assuming everybody else gets what I do, but I'll summarize. I'll tell you guys 3 things that make what I do so impactful. By the way, at this point, I have more partners across the United States than ever, more partners doing deals, all 50 states, deals in every single major city, deals in every single second and third tier city that I'm sure you guys have heard of, and deals going on all over the country in little towns that you've never heard of. So, absolutely whopping success. When I started partnering with people 10 years ago, if somebody would have told me we would get to this point, I mean, we're getting about 2 or 3 deals a day now. There's hedge funds that aren't doing as many deals as we are. So I've gotten 4,000 deals behind me, so I know what I'm doing. And but I want to tell you 3 things that make what I do so powerful. Okay, I'm going to go through them pretty quickly because I'm not going to tell you anything you don't know, but I just want to highlight them because these are the 3 components that get people to be so successful with me. These are the 3 things that really what I do, the partnership with people like you guys. These are the 3 fundamental principles, the glue that holds all this together. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on them, but I will go through them pretty quickly, at least give you a summary of them. Number one, when I started partnering with people many, many years ago, within the first year or two, I realized one thing that in order for this to work, I, along with my team, would have to take the burden of doing deals mostly away from the partners and execute them ourselves. Like when I started, it was kind of like the only thing I would do was put up the money. We expected the partners to do the rest, and that was just a shit show. Excuse the language. It just didn't work. A bunch of deals went sideways. We didn't have control. It was just not a good model. So years and years ago now, I realized the only way to make this thing work is that I and my team had to really take the responsibility for executing an overwhelming majority of the deal. So now when people are partnering with me, my team and we do about 90 to 95% of every deal. Okay. The partner, obviously, you guys know this, or you should know this. The partners, and by the way, if you're here today, guys, as you could tell, we do little small meetings. Turn on your camera. If you can't turn on your camera, I want to get to see who we're possibly going to do some deals with. If you're part of my team, your camera should be on too. But so I hate talking to black screens and names. So if you don't mind, click on your cameras. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. But the partner's real responsibility any longer is just to help us find deals. By the way, we even get involved in that, and I'm going to get into that here in a second. But that's really your responsibility. Help myself and my team find deals. At that point, if you choose so, you could pretty much hand the deal over and we'll execute it. So what we do for our partners is this. Number one, we train and support you. Uh, Interestingly enough, when people start with us, we always do a little survey and we say, why did you start with us? And across the board, when somebody starts with us, at the bottom of why they start with us, they always put training and coaching and support. To them, to 99% of people devalue that the most. Once somebody starts working with me, starts doing deals with me, starts making money with me, we ask the same survey. And it's interesting. It totally flips around. People realize that the biggest value actually I bring to the table is not the money, it's not the infrastructure, it's not my construction crews across the country. It's not all the number one reason people start with me is because of money. I get it. That's silly. That should never be the top reason you start with a guy that's done 4,000 deals. The top reason should be the expertise I bring to the table. And so that's one of the things we do. We train you, we educate you, we coach you. You basically are piggybacking off mine and my team's experience. The next thing we bring to the table in terms of executing the deal for you, we have a process for doing negotiations and doing price drops. That's huge. If you do nothing in real estate but learn how to negotiate them very, very well, you're going to be successful. I don't care if you know nothing else about real estate. That is the key component because the ability to drop prices has the biggest impact on the deal, right? You can't fix them to success. You can't sell them to success, but you sure as heck can negotiate them to success. Matter of fact, if you know how to negotiate, you could take a deal that's not even a deal and create a deal out of it. It's the most impactful thing. So we have a system to do price drops for all the deals for my partners. We have an underwriting We underwrite all the deals. That's very important because and I don't know how many of you guys are already doing real estate. You should know by now that if you ever want to waste time in real estate, it's a beautiful business to do that. Most people, they either lose money in real estate or they lose time in real estate. They just, because they don't understand how to do it. And they keep on doing the wrong things over and over again. And so again, if you're trying to do this business, that should hit home. But in order for us to stop our partners from that, we have an incredible underwriting system. So as soon as you get any kind of traction in a deal, we could either kick it out or tell you you're on track. That's very important. So training, support, underwriting system, negotiations, price drop system. I have a national team to close his deals. So when my partners bring deals in, you don't got to worry about closings, attorneys, title, buyers, sellers, none of that. Miss Mary's been heading up that department for me for 15 years, closed thousands of deals. Beautiful thing. You just bring it in, hand it over, boom. She makes sure it gets closed, both on the buy and the sell side. Uh, Obviously, I put up all the money, so my partners don't have to put even a dollar into deals. That's an amazing thing, right? Um, Deposits, buy them, fix them, carry them, insurance, taxes, overruns, everything. I handle all that. So my partner's never even spent a penny on a deal as long as I've been doing deals with him. The other thing I do that people don't think about, but it's huge, I assume all the liability, which means if a deal ever goes sideways, and yes, after 4,000 deals, some deals still go sideways, but it's, that's just nature of the beast. That's how business works, actually. So my partners have never even lost a penny. So if you understand that concept, what I just told you, forget everything else. Just look at those things. So you have zero downside and 100% of the upside. You only win when we win. So that's called a perfect business. That's why I tell people if you want to be in real estate and you don't want to partner with me, you don't want to be in real estate. Like this is the best opportunity to do deals. So you got 100% of the upside, 0% of the downside. Um, I also have construction teams that could be deported. I don't know why I said that. Too much news. Too much. That's like too much news, right? That
Not
could
good.
be
You just lost somebody.
dispatched anywhere across the United States. So my partners do never, ever, ever, ever have to worry about having to fix anything, all of that, unless you have a skill to do that. And then my partners, then you can do that, and then you're like double dipping. You have the ability to make money on the construction side and 50% of the profit. If you're a realtor, you could list our properties, make 6% on your commission and 50% of the profit. But you don't have to do that. We could get them fixed. Majority of my partners do not have the skill set to fix, rehabs. And then I have takeout, realtors. Let's say we want to sell them. We have that network across the United States and all that. So the only piece you're responsible for is basically to help us find the properties. Okay, so that's like 5 to 10% of the deal. It's a very important 5 to 10%. Like I said, I give away 50% of the profit for that 5 to 10%. But what makes this so amazing is that we do the rest, which that's cool. But let's focus for a minute on that piece, the one piece you have to do, because that is a scary piece for a lot of people when they start with me. Like, well, hell, Pete, I don't know how to find a freaking deal. Or a lot of people that start with me like, well, hell, I've been trying to find deals. I can't find any myself. How the hell I know I'm going to find some with you? Right? And that's a good question. So that's the first piece. I remember I told you I'm going to talk to you about three things that make this thing so powerful. This is the first piece. My team and I execute 90 to 95% of the deal. But now let's focus on that 5 to 10% and what makes that so powerful. Part of the problem in the whole real estate, by the way, and I don't know if you guys know this, but most people are living it. Real estate has an absolutely abysmal success rate. It's an industry that hundreds and hundreds, millions of people across the United States are either in or want to be in, but it's got a success rate that no other industry has, like the worst success rate out there. Less than 1% of people ever get traction in this business. You think about it, that's crazy, isn't it? Like more, stocks, people want to be in stocks and people want to be in real estate. Top two things people want to do in United States. But the reality is real estate in of itself, less than 1% success rate. That's like talk about pulling a like who if there's ever a person at the top, they figured it out. Talk about pulling a wool over everybody's eyes, right? Hey,
Yeah.
get in my industry, spend a bunch of money, risk it all, and by the way, less than 1% success rate. So part of the reason it has a less than 1% success rate is this next piece that I want to talk to you about that I've been able to overcome. And that is just simply this. Even if you overcome all these things I just told you, that we handle all these things for you, it's still very difficult to find a deal. Very difficult. You're never going to find anyone in real estate that has become successful that's going to tell you, oh, it's so easy to find deals. And these are people at the top. So if the people at the top say it's difficult, then if you're a beginner, it's beyond difficult. It's nearly impossible. And I knew that long time ago. And I'll tell you how I overcame that. The reason it is so difficult is because this is how real estate works. When people get into real estate, the very first, like real estate has certain things, certain assumptions that people just fall into, right? It's like you've ever been part of an organization and they have certain rituals. You don't even know why they do it. They just do it. And if you want to be part of the organization, you go through that ritual. Real estate is very much like that. And one of the rituals of real estate says this: if you're going to get into real estate, you have to choose some kind of a strategy. It's an unwritten rule, but you're going to be like, what am I going to do? Am I going to fix and flip? Am I going to do rentals? Am I going to do some creative deals? Am I going to do land deals, subdivisions, development, right? Like everybody that gets into real estate in somewhere in those initial stages chooses what they want to do. That is like talk about setting yourself up for failure, because here's what happens when you do that. By the way, it is not your fault, or it's no one's fault. It's just this is the way things are done. It's inexplicable why they're done this way, but this is the way they're done. The problem with that, and why this leads to such an abysmal success rate, is that each, like, let's say strategy, it's called a strategy. What do you want to do? I want to fix and flip. I want to wholesale. I want to do rental business, rentals, whatever. Here's what happens when you pick one of those strategies. Each one of those strategies come with what's known in real estate, or what most people know it by, comes with a buy box. And people talk about it all the time. Well, what's your buy box? What's your buy box? What's your buy box? And really what they're saying is, what kind of deal are you looking for? Like, what are you looking for to achieve, to match with this strategy, right? And then people talk about, okay, well, it's got to have the right margins. It's got to have the right spread. A lot of these strategies also incorporate locations, because some of these strategies only work in certain locations. Some of these strategies incorporate even stupid things like bedrooms and bathrooms inside the house and all this. And so what they are really, what a buy box is, and by the way, this is what people always ask us: what's your buy box? What's your buy box? Now follow me on this, because this is going to be a beautiful thing I'm explaining to you right now. And so what happens when that happens, it limits you. So you take, let's say, okay, I want to fix and flip. Fix and flip's got a very small buy box. I want to do rentals, small buy box. I want to do land, whatever, small buy box. And then people realize it is very, very difficult to find deals. That's just reality real estate. I don't care. You can't argue with me on that. I've never met one single person that says, "Oh, it's so easy to find deals." People get into creative. They're tricked into creative by people telling them how easy it is. But when people start doing creative, they realize, oh my God, it's. By the way, I do creative deals and all this. But everything has a small buy box. So, and I'm talking about the second pillar that makes what I do so powerful. And so I knew this concept years and years ago, and I was trying to figure out, how do I overcome this? How do I, only ask my partners to do 5% of the deal, 5 to 10% of the deal, but it's still a difficult thing to do. And so here's how I have overcome that over years of doing this, and here's how I continually do it even more and more and more. What I started doing is listen to this, this is powerful. I started stacking buy boxes on top of each other. So what I did is I said, well, why am I just doing fix and flips, let's say? Because actually that was the first strategy I started doing this with. Why am I just doing fix and flip? Why don't I do also wholesale and hotel and pre-market and pre-list and subject to and owner finance and lease options? You guys get the point? And then I said, well, how do I get the buy box even bigger? I'm going to start doing different types of, not just different types of strategies, but different types of real estate. So for instance, I started doing houses. That's where I started. Then I'm like, okay, let's do mobile homes. Let's do modular homes. And then I said, okay, what else can we? Okay, let's do land deals. So you see what I mean? I started stacking buy boxes. Wholesale deals, let's say have this buy box. Then I said, let's do fix and flip. Okay, buy box got bigger. Then I said, let's do pre-marketing, got even bigger. Let's do pre-listing. Okay, got bigger. Let's do as-is flips. It got bigger. Let's do subject to, got bigger. Let's do owner finance. It got bigger. Let's not just do houses. Let's do mobile home. Let's do modular homes. Okay, it got even bigger. Let's throw land deals in there, even bigger. Let's not just do single family homes. Let's do duplexes, triplexes. You guys get the point? And so now what I've developed, what the industry knows me for, is the biggest buy box in the United States. And so what is the impact of that to my partners? It makes finding deals a lot easier. Really is the bottom line. Because I literally have the biggest buy box in the United States. And for those of my partners that truly understand what I just said, right? And we show you all that and we show you how to stack it and all this kind of stuff. Almost 50% of people you're talking to that want to sell something, you could do something with. That's huge. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. So that's the second pillar. The first pillar is we do that 90-95%. Second pillar is I've created the biggest buy box in the United States. The third pillar that makes what I do so powerful and so amazing is, again, the third piece is also focused on helping my partners find deals. And that is this. When it comes to finding deals, right? We all know that to be what people in real estate refer to as like, oh, I got to find motivated sellers. You guys ever heard of that? Like, I got to find somebody that's motivated, somebody that wants to sell. Well, we're in the same business. Um, and so here's the problem with just saying that, oh, I got to find somebody that's motivated. The problem with that is that um, it's not easy to do. It's just not easy to do. Matter of fact, if you go to Google right now and you just type in, "Hey, I'm an investor. I want to find motivated sellers." Just Google itself will kick out almost 1,000 different suggestions, right? Different ways of approaching. It'll even kick out companies that'll help you find deals, right? So, in a grand scheme of things, when you put them all together, you realize when it comes to finding deals, there's over 1,000 strategies out there. Now, on one hand, that's good. Like, wow, there's 1,000 different ways of doing this. But what I'm going to tell you right now is going to crush the this is good part. In today's marketplace, only 3 or 4 of those strategies work. And 100 out of 100 investors out in the street have no concept what they are. Like if you ask them, first of all, they don't even know what I just said to be true. And when they're like, yeah, that makes sense. That's why I'm having such a hard time finding a deal. Then you follow up, well, which two or which couple work? They have no idea. Okay. And so I know which ones work. I've done 4,000 deals. My partners are crushing it all over the United States right now. So I have a bird's eye view. I'm in the game still and all this. So the other thing that's very powerful, we have basically narrowed down, when people partner with me, we have narrowed down to the top 2 strategies. Now, this is very important. Listen to what I'm about to tell you right now. Because even if you don't partner with me, you should like piggyback off. I'm teaching you because if you don't want to partner with me, I'm okay with that. But at least I want you to learn if you're going to want to do this yourself. But 90 to 95% of all the deals that my partners are finding for us to do right now come from one of 2 sources. And if you decide to partner with me, this is going to be what you're going to be like, how we're going to show you how to utilize these sources to get deals. Source number 1 is for my partners that have some kind of money to put into marketing, right? That's not unusual. You guys are looking to be in business. You got to, any business in the United States you want to be a part of has some kind of a marketing expense, right? Business, marketing is not free. So if you have money and you're willing to spend that money into marketing, What I have identified is the top team in the United States. By the way, how I've identified them is just trial and error. I tried every single team in the United States. But I have a top team. It's nothing to do with me or my company or anything. They're totally independent. But this is a top team in the United States that people utilize, and you basically pay them and they develop leads for you. Hundreds of companies like that, right? That develop like leads. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars being, basically abused by most of them and ripped off because most of them have no idea what they're doing. But I have found a while ago now the top team. And so for my partners that have money, they're like, hey, Pete, I got a marketing budget. Yeah, hell yeah, let's go fast. Bottom line, money and marketing, another way of saying that, it's a shortcut. That's really what it is. If you got money and you have the right marketing apparatus, it's just a shortcut to success. It makes things happen quicker. That's it. So for those of my partners that have money and capital to put in marketing, we will introduce you to this team. You give them whatever budget you have, $1,000 a month, 5,000. There's no limit, and they will kick out leads for you, and they'll serve them to you in the platter. These are qualified. These are people that I've already said, I want to sell. I want to sell to an investor. I'm ready to sell at a discount. I got to go fairly quickly. I mean, it's a beautifully, beautifully laid out process. Okay. That's if you have money for marketing. I also know not everyone that starts with me has money for marketing. And that's okay. Where some people aren't ready to start spending money on marketing. That's okay. We have the second strategy that's just as powerful as this one, but it costs no money. And it develops, believe it or not, almost as many deals, I'm sorry, as this one that has money. And that is this. It's totally opposite of this one. Well, that's the weird thing. You would think these strategies are kind of like top one and two are kind of the same, but they're not. They're totally on two different spectrums. But the second strategy that's crushing it is just the network. We show you how to tap into, believe it or not, your existing network that you already have, and we showed you how to tap into it in such a um, way that your own network of people that you know or come across will actually feed leads to you and deals to you. Phenomenal way. I've developed it over many years and all this. So, what makes what I do so powerful? Why do I have more partners, more people? I call them partners, but more people in the United States than doing more deals than anything you'll see out there? Is because number one, we do 95% of the deal for my partners. That's huge. Number two, I have the biggest buy box, which makes the ease of finding deals the easiest you'll ever come across in this business. And number three, we utilize really the top two strategies right now for finding deals. And when you put it all together, this is what creates what I do. Okay, that's I don't think I've told you guys anything you don't know already. But that's kind of a quick summary. Having said that, let me flip it over to you guys, ladies and gentlemen, um, to see if you have any final questions for me. Like I said, I was asked for my team to be on here because you guys were the ones who were kind of ready to get started, and you may still have some questions. So, who still has any kind of lingering questions for me? By the way, Sean, you're going to go first. By the way, just do exactly what Sean did. If you have a question, just take yourself off mute. Sean, come off mute. If you have a question, just, when someone's done, take yourself off mute and go next.
Hey,
We don't need to get into, Josh, hold on. Sean went first and then you're next. Okay.
all right.
Josh, you're next. Sean, you're next. I mean, first. You gotta click off. All right, Sean, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to Josh just because he clicked off. You figure it's bottom left hand part of your Zoom. Somebody help Sean bounce off of that. But Josh, you go first, and then Sean, you're next, okay? Bottom left hand part of the screen, Sean, there's a mute button. Go ahead, Josh.
Okay, yeah. So I was just gonna leave it there and just shut up. I'm in my home office, so
You're
there's no
fine.
voice here.
You're fine.
Yeah. Basically, so I'm already running a fairly successful business. I've got stuff cooking on wholesale and flips, and actually just started moving
Nice.
into seller
Nice.
financing as well.
Nice.
So I reached out for scaling.
Yep.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
So I have contracts that are assignable. I can find deals fairly rapidly. So
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to reach out for. So if I can get the contracts and they're assignable, because I remember speaking to your lady saying they had to be for you guys. If I can assign the contracts to you, you guys get the teams out there to go do the flips. If you want to split the profits on that, I'm good for that all day.
So yeah, you got to become a partner, obviously. But I'm going to tell you two stories, Josh. Two stories. One, I want to share with you a story about Mr. Preston Moore out of Huntsville, Alabama. Josh, when Preston started with me, he had over 100 deals with me. And if he was on this call and you would ask, why in the hell would somebody that's already done over 100 deals with you start with you? Exactly the same reason. He wanted to grow and scale. And so, how do I help people grow even if they've done over 100 deals? So, for those, and Josh, you know this because I know you're living this business has caps on it. I don't care how successful you are, but this business has multiple caps. Number one, it's got a financial cap. Most people hit that financial cap on their first deal, by the way. But some people get past the first deal, but then they do two, three, four at a time, and boom, they're out of money to do multiple. I take that away from you. Second thing, this business has a geographical cap. Some people get strong, but they're like, well, hell, I could get stronger if I could do this in multiple locations, multiple states. I do this, I have infrastructure across the whole United States. So I take the geographical cap out of it. A lot of people, believe it or not, have at least that are honest, they have experience cap, meaning they get to a certain level, but they don't know. Like well, I got to 100, how do I get to 300? So you have that kind of a cap that I help people. And sometimes it's a rehab cap. Like some people are like, hey, I could do one or two at a time because I trust these one or two crews. But man, if I get 5 deals or 10 deals in my world, I'm stuck and all that. And I don't know if Josh, you find this to be a cap because sounds like you wholesale deals. Um, Wholesalers a lot of times have a cap because they want to go up to those next levels. They just can't financially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why, they can go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it. I mean, I'm sitting on how do I put it? I mean, so I'm doing all right. I got it's not like the war chest is completely empty. It's just like I'm sitting on these wholesale deals and like the numbers are good, but buyers are backing off a little bit because the market's sort of doing like one of these weird little hoop-de-doo things. But the deals are good, flips are great. There's plenty of money to be made out there,
Yeah.
and it's just like, and I'm looking at guys that I know personally, good friends out there that have having a lot of success in this business. And the ones out there that are making it and doing it are doing pretty much what you're doing, Pete. And so like I'm trying to team up with some of the bigger fish out there and
Yep.
start scaling up and start really, because like I said, I was trying to do a lot of this stuff on my own, build up and get the experience points on my own and learn. But I'm not, but it is tough out there, so I'm trying to, team up and
No, you're thinking the right stuff. Josh, I have why am I drawing a blank on this? Chad and who's Chad's partner? Jerry
Jerry.
Scott and
yeah.
Chad Wolf. But Josh, when they're out of a little town in Indiana, when they start with me, they had over 420 deals they had done,
Mhm.
and same position as you are. They were just capped, even at four. Like people like four. How the hell you get capped at 400 deals? You do. And they've been with me a number of years. We're doing a bunch of stuff together, and I've shown how to do it. So anyway, yes. And by the way, I don't give a crap if you assign a contract to me. Once you become a partner, we'll figure out the structuring. No problem at all.
Yeah, I guess we'll chat later then. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Are you talking to who are you talking to on my team, Josh?
Oh Lord.
Who's talking to Josh, Roland?
Sandy.
Sandy, I think it
Sandy.
was.
Sandy. Okay, let's connect with Sandy, and I'd love to work with you. Yeah, I mean you're the ultimate shortcut even for me because you got so many things already
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
I got a team of like five. I already got,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no,
my
let's
bones are
let's
here. It's
go.
just a question of what do we do? How do we link up?
I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to scale. I
Cool.
promise. Okay,
All right.
look forward to it. Sean.
Hey,
Yes, sir. Thanks for
good
being here.
afternoon.
Good
Hey, I've been
afternoon,
a
Sean.
remodeling contractor here in the DFW for 26 years. Owned 3 houses, flipped one, rent, hold, and normally make about 3 times my money, but I hold them for 10 to 12 years. I'm not afraid. I'm not against flipping 100 houses, but do tell more about the losses. What happens when you don't make any money?
Very simple, Sean. You don't lose a penny. I absorb all the loss. I've literally, and this is within the last year, I've stroked checks over $100,000 of closings on deals that went sideways. My partners have never lost a penny. This is why I
Yeah.
say how I set this up. You people say this is a near perfect business. This is a near perfect business. What I do is the perfect business. You have zero ability to lose even a penny on the deal and 100% upside. By the way, if you're a contractor, you could also fix them, make your fee on the construction, and make 50% of the profit.
And get paid for the construction, get a little
And
bit more.
also make the money. Yeah. You like when I was just telling Josh, when I was using as an example, Preston out of Huntsville, he did
Yeah.
100 deals. We got 90 deals going on right now. And by the way, I only want partners that want to do multiple deals. If you're here today and your only goal is to do one deal in the next 12 months, I'd rather you not start because I'm not looking for slow. I only look for people that want. So I like partners that want to do multiple deals. But my point is, Sean, I have partners like BJ and Tracy out of Missouri. They own their own construction, like you. They own their own construction outfit before they start with me. We've
Yeah.
never touched their houses. Preston, who I got 9 deals going on right now, owned his own construction company, like you. Never touched his houses. So
They
majority
never
of the
touched them.
people, no, they
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 never.
fixed them all because they have their own construction companies. So they
Oh, they
make the
did
fee
fix
on
them.
the yeah, they do 100%. They make their construction whatever fee, and they make 50% of the budget, not budget, 50% of the profit.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
Is the well, maybe I shouldn't ask that question
you can
online.
ask. No, why?
Uh, well, is I'm a veteran, United States Navy, foreign deployed,
Thank you
and
for
I
your
was just
service.
I'm interested in getting in. I just is there is the membership fee negotiable?
Um,
So
no, I've never even no, I've never been asked that, like literally. Because what I do, if you don't think what I do is worth it, and by the way, thank you for your service, but if you don't think what I do is worth it, don't do this.
well, I didn't
Yeah.
say that. I'm just trying to
No,
minimize the
there's no reason
damage.
to negotiate. Basically, I'm giving away the kingdom. I mean, what do you want? Three kingdoms? I mean,
Ah,
I'm willing to put it all on the line for you, give you as many things as I'm giving you access to my team that I have $100,000 a week salary to negotiate. You only negotiate things that you don't put top value on. No one's ever walked into a Rolls-Royce dealership and's like, "Hey, are these cars negotiable?" They're like, "Well, get the hell out." So yeah, don't take this the wrong way, but yeah, I
so
no, I don't. What I do is it's only reason there's a fee with me. Let's be crystal clear because there is obviously a fee. I don't do this for free, but I need the right mentality people. Like people that are looking for free, they're not going to be go-getters.
no, I didn't say free. I
No,
said
I'm not talking. I want to hit on this whole thing all the way across
I'm
since you
sorry.
brought it up.
Can,
So
can I
A,
butt in
I,
for your
I need I
suggestion?
need people that have the right mentality. If someone's looking for free, they shouldn't be in business. They should be looking for a job. Jobs you will go for free, but there's no business in the United States that's free. So A, I'm looking for a mentality. B, it's less than a down payment of a hard money loan. You couldn't even do that. You couldn't even do one deal with the kind of money we charge. Not to do the whole deal, couldn't even put down payment down. So anyway, I know it sounds like I'm picking on you. I'm not, Sean. I just want to kind of cover that since you brought it up.
Can I butt in for Sean's suggestion?
What's that?
Can I butt in for Sean's suggestion?
Sure, sure.
What I'm thinking is, since he was talking about the fee and all, if you make a deal, for example, it's a new business model. You can have you can make a deal, get a house flipped and everything, and you can take that money for the admission fee from that deal. Maybe Sean would be more inclined about something like this. That way, he's not
I
gonna.
love Kamal. I love that idea. Like it works well in colleges, right? When you call Harvard and you're like, you know what? I'm going to go to school for free. I'm going to get a job, and when I make a job after coming out of there, I'm going to pay you some money. Or like when you walk in a grocery store, like, hey, I got a great idea. I'm going to take all the groceries out of here. I'm going to make this amazing meal. I'm going to eat it, and then when we're done, we're going to throw some. Kamal, it doesn't work anything in life. No, no, free doesn't work up front.
ah,
It just I don't want to spend time with you.
I don't know where
If
the
you're
word
looking,
I don't know where the
Sean,
word
I'm
free
not.
came in. I
I'm
totally
not.
understand. Yeah,
No, Kamal brought that up.
yeah,
No negotiations and no this, because what I do is you couldn't do this anywhere else. So, but Sean,
yeah. You
Sean, who
totally
are you
have
talking
a
to?
good
Let
plan.
me, Sean, let me answer your question really blank and white. Who are you
You,
talking to on my team?
uh, Dan,
David?
Daniel, I think. I'm not sure.
Roland, Roland,
David,
Roland.
David, yeah.
Roland. Okay. Do
Roland. I'm
you want
sorry,
do
Roland.
you want to do this?
Yeah.
Okay. Get back with Roland
Yes.
and we'll get you working, okay? I know
Hey,
you're not looking for
last question.
Sean, I was just picking on you, dude. I'm it's middle of the day, it's almost holiday. I gotta pick on somebody,
Hey, I'm a
okay?
Christian. I don't get offended that easy. Hey, hey, how many deals you want me to do in a year?
Oh, I'm never going to ask you to do, but I'm just telling you what I don't like. I don't like people start with me and they're like, "Yeah, I want to do a deal." Like, here's what you got to.
Well,
Let me tell you the stereotype I'm looking for. People say, "Well, you shouldn't talk about stereotype." Well, bullshit. I always talk about stereotypes. So, number one, you got to be coachable. Got to be coachable. I do not want you to
yeah,
start if you know how to do this better than I do. I People that have become my partners that are not coachable,
obviously not.
like after a while, they don't even hear from me anymore. It's like, okay, well, that's a waste of my time, and don't waste my people's time either. So you got to be coachable. I know how to
Yeah,
do it. I've proven this 4,000 times over. Number two, the same
yeah,
thing you and I just talked about. I want partners that want to do multiple deals. Like my perfect case scenario, somebody that wants to do two, three, or four deals at a time. Number three, you got to be able to put time in this thing. This doesn't happen by osmosis. This is not a coaching program. This is a doing deals program. So
yeah.
minimum 3 to 5 hours on a weekly basis. Number four is those things that we just talked about that we swerved into by accident. Mentality. If your
Hey, hey, hey.
mentality is that if your mentality is you're a victim of life, everyone takes advantage of you. Poor you, it's not going to work out with me. As you could tell, I'm strong, I'm sharp, I'm to the point. So if you're a victim of everything in life, this is not going to work. What I'm looking for when it comes to the right mentality is those people that have dreams and goals. Like you could identify what your goals are. Between you and your goals is a wall. And you're just looking for a legitimate opportunity and you'll freaking walk headfirst through that wall. Those are the people that become successful with me. I mean, I've had partners buy airplanes. I've had partners buy man. I mean, shit. I mean, this is incredible what we're doing. So anyway, Sean, I love it. Connect with Roland. Let's go do this thing. All right, who's next? Take yourself off mute.
And
Thank you,
Pete, we
Josh.
actually had we had Tiffany who raising her hand.
Miss Tiffany.
Yes, I'm
Hi,
next.
Tiffany.
Hey, hey. So I'm a realtor out in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I
Nice.
already work with investors and I also do my own flips. I've been
Okay.
working with hard money lenders, and I just have to ask you, after doing a whole lot of deals with hard money lenders, is there points, is there a deposit that we have to make when we first find the deal and give it to you?
Say it again, Miss Tiffany. Is there what before you
Is
find
there
the?
points? Yeah, because a hard money lender usually charge you a couple of points to put
No,
down
no,
when you
I'm putting up
pull.
the money. You don't have to worry about more point. You're confused. You have zero money into it. It's
So the
we put up
purchase,
all.
the rehab, and the deposits,
I
the
put up
closing
all the
costs.
money. You have nothing into it. Nothing into it. So you have zero into something and you make 50% of the profit. As a realtor, you'll also make your 6% commission. Like you get it, right? That's called an
Yeah,
infinite return. Zero into it. Even if you get 5% of the profit, forget 50. You get 50, but even if you get five, that's still called an infinite return. So what I've
that's
set up is an
amazing.
infinite return model. That's why I tell people, like, if you don't get this, like, then we don't have nothing else to talk about. You have zero into it,
Now
zero
I
risk,
have
zero money,
four.
zero anything.
I'm sorry, Peter. I have four properties that was already under contract, but I am the buyer's agent for those properties. So my person that I'm dealing with told me that since I'm the listing agent and the buyer's agent, that we're not going to be able to use those to start with.
That's not true. As long as you're not pulling your stuff off MLS, which, there's no deals on MLS. Yeah. As long as you're working directly with the source of deals does matter to me. There is no deals on MLS, like no deals on MLS. There is no deals from wholesalers, no deals from that's all like beginner stuff. Like
Right.
I work with very advanced, like when we do the marketing, set up your marketing, boom, it'll go directly to owners. It's the only place to get deals.
Good, because I only do distress and foreclosure at this
I love it.
moment.
I love it. You and I are going to get along. And by the way, did you say you're in DMV or was that Sean?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Okay, that must have been Sean. But I was going to tell him I got the top guy in DMV on my team from an agent. So we're very strong in the back end on the sales side. Pennsylvania, very strong. I've done tons and tons of deals in Pennsylvania also. I'm strong everywhere.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you,
Who,
Peter.
Tiff, who are you talking to on my team?
Tiffany Warren.
Oh, wait a second. What are the chances that Tiffany's talking to Tiffany?
Yeah, we doubled up.
All right, I love it. Double team. All right, so Tiffany's going to connect with you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go do this.
All right.
Okay, I love it. I love it. All right, who's next? Chick stuff off mute.
Hi, my name's
Miss Casey, then Miss Heather. Only because Casey like chimed in for 1 second quicker. And then Heather, you're next, young lady. I see you.
Hi. Okay, so I have a few questions, but I'll
Yeah,
try to
fire
go
away.
fast.
You're
So
fine.
the first thing, can we see actual HUD statements from completed deals?
Like when you're doing your deal?
No, from previous completed deals, HUD statements, from to see what had happened before we ever got here.
Yeah, you just pull up tax records. I mean, you don't need to see. What do you need the HUD state? I've never been asked that. Maybe I'm not understanding your question. What do you're looking at HUD? You want to see HUD statements for my deals?
Basically, like the receipt of
No, I know what a HUD statement is. I'm trying to figure out why you're asking that because there's probably another way for me to answer your question. Why do you want to see a HUD statement? What is that going to show you?
just reference of what those numbers look like, but that's okay. That's okay. We can.
No, you could just pull up taxes, public information. I mean, what?
All right. I want to be.
When you
I wanna
buy a
try to
house,
be-
you go on public records. You could just pull up, that kind of way.
Okay. Is there a minimum lead quotas? Is there a minimum on there? If
No,
we partner,
no,
okay.
I can't. No, unfortunately, I can't do that. I'd love to say yes, but I can't make you do anything. So
Okay.
no, the answer is no.
Is the upfront fee refundable?
No, absolutely not. No,
Okay. Is there
No.
any non-disparagement clauses?
I don't know what that is. What do you mean?
Are you familiar with a disparagement clause?
Yeah, but I don't even understand how that would apply in what we do.
Well, I'm just asking the question.
No. Again, you're asking these questions. I don't know where you're going. Like, tell me what you mean by it. Why would there be a non-disparagement clause in what we do? Maybe you're trying to ask something, but you're saying something that I don't understand. Or maybe you're asking in the wrong way. Why would you have that?
Well, I mean, someone could have that. So if I'm going to say, okay, partner driven sounds good, but let me see the reviews of partner driven. Let me see how reputable they are to kind of provide safety for before I hand over thousands of dollars to somebody that you're a salesperson. You're born a salesperson. You talk very, very quickly. You're direct. You're here to sell something to us right now. You're selling something to us right now. So when you put non-disparagement clauses on things, it kind of traps people from being able to leave even maybe honest reviews that would shine unfavorable upon partner driven. So when you're researching something like that, yeah, that's something that you want to know, but that's okay. Like I said, I want to move quickly.
Yeah, no, listen, you got to get, Casey, here's what you got to understand. I want you to get comfortable. I'm not selling you anything, but you're right about something. I'm sure as shit excited about what I do. Don't confuse my excitement of already done 4,000 deals trying to get you to do 1 or 2 deals with me. Your 1 or 2 deals will be not even on my radar. But I do get excited what I do because what I do works. Why would I not be excited about it? This is what my life consists of. 2 things I talk about all the time. My life consists of a very supportive family, and every day I'm helping people like you across the United States. I'm the luckiest guy in the world. Do you want me to sit here and frown and cry and belittle what I do? Okay. Well, yeah. I'm the luckiest guy alive. You better believe it. I'm excited about what I do. And by the way, you should want to be with somebody that's excited about what they do. Because if we're going to do this thing, if you're going to get past the negativity and you're going to actually do this thing, you want a guy that's fired up and confident. I promise you, when we're out there battling and putting shit together and you got 50% on the stake, you better believe it, you want me on your team. not some loser that doesn't feel confident in what they're doing. Anyway, I know I'm being extreme, but
I
I
was a
want you to.
cheerleader in high school, Peter. I
Okay, all
praised
right.
the
Well,
doggone everything I
take what
do
I do as
too.
a positive. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Touche. Okay, what happens if we want to leave?
You could leave anytime. There's no. I mean, again, your questions. I'm confused. What do you mean? What happens if you want to leave? We're not married. I mean, you could leave anytime.
Okay. No.
We're
I
just
think these
doing
are legitimate
deals.
questions because if you
I
get
mean,
into
we're
them,
just doing deals. If you don't want to do deals, don't do deals. I want you to do this because you want to do deals. Here's what I
correct.
do, Casey.
But these
Listen,
are
watch this.
legitimate. These are
Watch this.
legitimate
I'm going to say
questions.
something that you're going to like. It's going to be kind of negative. If you don't want to do deals, don't do this. Like if your goal when you before you start is how do I leave? I don't care what the hell you're doing in life. You're probably not going to work out too well. Wait, let me finish. But, so no, to answer your question in a very black and white way, you could leave anytime. There is no obligation.
Yes, that is what would make me feel more comfortable because what I've been
Okay.
noticing is I feel like some people are asking some very legitimate questions and what they're doing. And you may be this multi-millionaire that you're very successful in what you're doing and you
Mhm.
are offering an opportunity to some people that may never get an opportunity like this. I get that.
Right.
But
Okay.
there is a very negative connotation to some people that are asking
I lost what
legitimate,
she's saying. Is it
real,
just me?
real. Did you lose me? I did not
Can
lose
he,
you.
am I the only one can't hear Casey all of a sudden? Or am I on mute?
Oh
Well,
no, I can hear her. I think you're
Roland,
on
can you
mute.
hear me?
I can hear all of y'all.
okay. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you for that.
I can't hear what she's saying.
Okay. Well,
But the
Tiffany,
thing about it, the $12,000 is for life. So if you don't want to do it anymore, you can just walk away from it. Or if you want to continue, you can just keep going.
okay. So now I have, Peter, can you hear me? Because I still have two
Now
more.
I hear you. I don't know what happened, either from my end or what. I couldn't hear what you're saying. Yes, I hear you now.
What about contractor overruns?
I covered that.
Okay. Do I owe anything at all beyond the upfront program fee? Anytime at all for anything? Marketing, whether
No,
it's Tiffany, I'm also
no.
competitive with
If you got marketing money, we'll tell you where to spend it. If you don't, we got other strategies.
okay, how about the there's something else in here. I've taken notes the whole time. Who controls the rehab budgets?
Well, that depends. Like if my partner is a contractor, obviously they do because they're taking the lead on it. If we're taking the lead, if the partner's like, hey, I don't know anything about construction, you guys take the lead, then we take the lead on it, right?
Okay, because I'm an electrician, so I would be a double dipper.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
I want to know what that looks like. I think that's most of them.
Okay. All right,
And
Casey, you got some thinking to do.
indeed I do, Peter. I do a lot of that.
Okay. All right. Who's next? Oh, Heather. Heather. I'm glad Heather's next because I have a feeling we're going to get into some good stuff. Heather looks extremely positive. I'm just picking on you, Casey.
First up, my name is Heather, and I'm a disabled veteran, and currently we're
Thank you for
living
your
paycheck
service
to
too.
paycheck. And of
Thank you for
course,
what you did.
um, my scenario is the zero capital, zero money, and a 400 credit score. How can I get started?
Not with us. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I could tell you what you want to hear, but I would tell you there's points in your life, and I tell this people every day. There's points of your life where business is not the right time. Like there's points in your life, and I've hit those points where I had to just hustle. I mean, by the way, I lived out of the backseat of my car when I started this business, so I know what it means to be down and out. And so I tell people every day, being in business is not for everybody all the time. There's points in your life where you got to just kind of make the ends meet. You got to put the food on the table. If you got a family, you got to take care of the family. And there's very few businesses out there, including this one, by the way, where it'll pay as quickly as most jobs will. Most jobs you could start today and get paid within a week or two. I don't know what business, including this, will do that. And so I would say to you, as much as I'd love to work with you, this just may not be the right time for a business for you. You may have to kind of work on financially. Forget the credit. We could work. I don't care about your credit, but from a standpoint of just being up on your feet, and just be able to, kind of just make the ends meet. You may be in that position in life where business is just not the right step right now. It's no big deal. We're not going anywhere. I've been this thing for, Heather, I've been in this thing longer than you've been alive, I promise you. So I'm not going anywhere. So for you, it may not be right now, but it may be 6 months down the road or a year down. And by the way, let me just be crystal clear. I'm going to be better and stronger 6 months from now than I am now, because I'm better and stronger now than I was 6 months ago. So you're only going to catch me in a better
Well, I'm
space.
definitely in the transformation stage.
Yeah, that's okay. No big deal. This
Um,
is just
I'll be
just not
back
the
in.
right time.
Heather, can I give you some advice? Did she leave?
Think we. Oh, there she is. No.
Sure. No, I'm right
You
here.
know, even though you don't have any money or any credit, what you want to do is start with the hard money lender. Is you're going to pay. You're going to pay up front when the deal closes. If you have like $5,000 or something like that, you'll be able to get your first deal and make some money so that you can be able to afford something like this, or at least get your credit up until
Yeah.
you're able to afford something like this. I would just go to Google, the hard money lender in my area, talk to them, see what their criteria is, because it's not about the money or your credit, it's about the deal.
No, well, I appreciate your suggestion, and I will definitely do that. But I really like what this program has to offer. So I'm going to hustle to get the fee so that I
Yeah,
can jump on
learn
board,
it on the
because I
ground,
want
learn it
to,
on the ground, and then come into this program.
that's what I plan
ARV,
on doing.
sister. Learn that. ARV. That's what matters.
And by the
All right.
way, Heather, I'm going to remember you. Okay. So even if you got to take a couple months to get a couple things straight, I will not forget you. Okay. I'm
I
definitely going to
appreciate that.
remember. And we're going to make a success story out of you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And again, thank you for what you did for every single person on this call.
Yes, sir. Thank
Hmm.
you.
Thank you. All right. Who else? Anybody else has a question? Take yourself off mute. Anything? Going once, going twice. All right. Well, listen, let me bring this to a close. First of all, honestly, guys, and I know I had some fun with you guys. By the way, I only have fun with those of you that I feel very comfortable with right away. I'm pretty good at kind of picking people out, and if I feel comfortable with you, I tend to kind of go a little bit loose. So don't take that personally. But I do want to tell you guys, I appreciate you being here, because I know every single one of you all could have been somewhere else in the last hour or so. And the fact that you were here tells me a lot. It's, I mean, I like doing this. I really do. Um, Not just because I get excited about what I do. I do it because I get a lot of energy out of people that want to level up in life. And that's one thing you guys all had in common here. Everybody here wants to level up. It's part of the reason I hang out at the gym and do. I like being around people that want to level up. So I sense it, and I want to thank you for that. I'm going to leave you with these final words that every single one of my partners has heard from me when I make that initial welcome call. Because when someone starts, they hear from me personally. And these are words that for years now, partners have been hearing from me on welcome calls that I have a feeling a number of you guys are going to hear from me in the next couple of days. And these words go like this: welcome, welcome to the next chapter, to the rest of your life. So, on behalf of myself, Roland, most importantly, the team behind us that makes all this possible, thank you. God bless every single one of you. And hopefully, to be working with you and being a small part of each and every one of your success story. Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hey, Tiff.